Hi everyone, I'm Navina. I'm working in the Salesforce from past 7+ years. Okay, as a Salesforce admin and a Salesforce developer. So today I'm going to demo you on the Salesforce at a high level. Okay. So first we'll go through like what is a CRM. So CRM stands for a customer relationship management. It means that it helps the organization to maintain their customer data and do their marketing and then increase their sales and getting a profit to the company. Okay, along with that, it always provides a service so that the customers can easily reach out if they have any issues they are facing from their whichever the portal they are using. Okay, so all this process this is like just a how the organization works, they manage their data and everything, right? So for this one, in the software to support, we need to have some software technologies. Okay, so one of the software technology we are going to discuss today was Salesforce. So Salesforce is a cloud based CRM. It mainly helps for the to connect with the customers and then manage their data. Also, it helps to find a new customers to the organization by using their marketing technology. Okay. So we Salesforce have a different kind of products. Okay, one is like a sales cloud, marketing cloud, service cloud, commerce, analytics, which is mostly on the data side, reports and dashboards. And next is like customer 360 AI integration. So these are different products we have for the sales. Based on the client, we'll be having a different product they will be purchasing. So we'll just see the Salesforce what all possible opportunity they are giving. So first, the Salesforce itself, they have already have some customizations tools which helps us not to go with a coding. It is just a click and implementation. Okay. Along with that, to analyze the data, what's their sales and how much customers they have. So all these one we can easily build a small reports and then display it in their home pages called a dashboards. And along with that, Salesforce will give an additional tools where we can customize their application. And also like for marketing, as we said before, like they'll provide us the marketing also, which is like through their custom email services. And the main thing is the data in Salesforce we can easily access and then maintain them, and we can always build our own custom data formats to store client specific data. So now we'll see like why we need to go only for Salesforce, as we have a lot of CRM technologies outside. So currently the Salesforce is the number one CRM platform we are using, as because of its easy implementation, and it's mainly a cloud-based technology where the users can access customers and also the company. They can access it from anywhere, and they can maintain, and they have any kind of issues, they can easily resolve them at any point by logging into even to their mobile or from their laptop system. So there is no need like for them to always maintain a certain hardware to support Salesforce to run in their company. Okay. So it's mainly dedicated for the customer management. So they always have their new, so customers can provide their new ideas to which helps their improvising their company, and also which helps for throughout any CRM application. Okay, and along with that, the Salesforce always gives an release every quarter wise and yearly, which is a big releases. So all these latest features, we always have it in a Trailhead community. So where any person who is new to the Salesforce or the person who is already working on Salesforce, they can easily go to the Trailhead community and then upskill with the latest features and the functionalities of in Salesforce. And the Salesforce, it also provides a different communities where we can interact with other Salesforce developers or administrations, and we can get our any doubts resolved. Also, Salesforce is providing a best customer service. We can always raise any questions through an service request. We can always they will provide a very quick response. Okay. So it not only helps for any organization, even for the person who is learning the Salesforce, for them also it will be very helpful because they always be updating their documents and you always be having a latest technology details. It helps for upskilling. And along with it, like as part of this course, Salesforce is providing a different certification based on the each role, okay, which helps for them into their professional growth and also increasing the Salesforce knowledge. So we'll just see like what are all the different concepts we'll be using in the Salesforce. So for configuration, which is like an front end, we'll say or a UI. For this, we already have a Salesforce technology. We'll just use it. And as we mentioned, like Salesforce even provides us the customization, like where you can build your own app, your own customer specific user interface. Okay, for that we'll be using an Apex and LWC, which is a Lightning Web component. And Salesforce even not only the configuration, we'll be storing the data also, right? So whatever the data that stores in Salesforce, we can easily access them through a language called SQL, okay, which is similar to your DBMS SQL concept. Okay. And so Salesforce is one technology where you will be using it. But if we want to integrate with some other database, data warehouse, like suppose if you say like you want to get data, I'm a retail shop organization. I want to get information from other custom companies also. So in that time, you need to integrate between these two organizations, okay, to flow the data from the second organization to the first organization. So for this one, we will be using a different tools. So currently, we have mostly demanded tools was MuleSoft and Informatica. Okay. And also we have mentioned like it is easy to deploy the code whatever you built in Salesforce from one environment to other environment. So for that purpose, we are going to use an Visual Studio Code and also the Copado. Copado again, it's from the Salesforce itself. We will have a different certifications for this Copado deployment. And whatever the version changes, we will be using the version control using Git. So, if any person who is new to the Salesforce, if they have a basic idea of an SQL or Java, it will be very helpful for them to understand the database structure and everything in a Salesforce. Okay, next we'll see what are all the career opportunities we have if you go for a Salesforce technology. So as a Salesforce, first they are providing a lot of different career scopes. Okay, the first one is the Salesforce administrator. So administrator, as the name itself says, like they will be managing the data of the client. Okay, and also they will be managing the any customers information and any front end configuration, which can be just by using the Salesforce technology concepts by just clicking and implementing the functionality. Okay, they'll be even building some reports and dashboards based on the client need. So it's you just need to know the SQL, okay, and the Java basic. Then you will be able to easily learn the Salesforce administrator. Next is the Salesforce developer. Developer is an advanced version of administration. So what a developer will do, they will build the new solutions for the client, okay, for an organization. They'll be using the coding, like you need to know the Java, definitely, okay, and you have a stand like very good knowledge on the SQL. Then only you can build like any new requirements client will be providing, right? You need to build the new solutions which is not provided by the Salesforce. So this is you will be building your own solution, okay, based on the coding knowledge. Whereas like administrator, they will be using only the Salesforce built-in functionalities. Okay. So developer is an advanced version of an admin where they will be doing an administrative task. Along with that, they will be doing the coding also. Okay. So next is an Salesforce business analyst. So business analyst is they are mostly involved on the business side, like where they will be interacting with client heads, like an organization head. Okay, so they'll be gathering the what all what they are expecting from the Salesforce. Okay, what is their expectation, like how they are expecting, like the front end, how they are expecting. Okay, what is their number of users they are going to use this system. Okay, and all this, like based on their requirement, is there any risk involved. Okay, what the timelines and the costing, everything this is managed by the business analyst. They will be directly communicating with the uh, client itself. Okay, and they are the important person who is responsible for delivering the project on time and without any issues with the client. Okay, and these are business analysts, even they are responsible to communicate whatever the requirements they gather from the client, right? They are the person responsible to deliver it correctly to the developers and administrator to build the application. Okay, next is the Salesforce solution architect. So solution architect, they are the top level uh, resource. Okay, they will be building a completely very complex kind of business. Okay, top, from starting to end, they will be building any new custom app for your client. Okay, so for that they will be building what should be their data format, architecture, what is the flow, how the data should come, how it should display in the UI, how it should be stored in the backend. So everything completely that new app they will be building up, and they are responsible for the architect. Okay, so they are like both the technical and the person with very good knowledge on the that particular domain, whichever the client they will be dealing with. So, as the Salesforce has many roles they are going to provide, right? But for everything, first the Salesforce administrator is the first step, because that will give you to understand like what is a Salesforce, how it helps any CRM company to build their own custom applications, how they can manage the data even with an administrator. Okay, so that it will explain the complete Salesforce and also the administrator roles. It's a first step for any Salesforce guy. Okay. So this is how the responsibilities of an Salesforce administrator will look. So they need to maintain the users. They need to maintain the reports and as well. Like suppose we want to give a number of customers they have and how much amount they have spent in their organization. So all these kind of reports the administrator will be building, and if any data cleaning need to be done, an administrator will be taking care of it. And along with that, they will be doing the customization based on the tools provided by Salesforce. Okay. I'll just show you the Salesforce application how it looks. So once you log in into the Salesforce, this is how it looks in the system. So as we have mentioned, they have a lot of different products, right? So these are all the different products Salesforce has, like a service, marketing, sales, and all. So we'll be looking mostly on the Sales Cloud. Okay, and this is how your UI looks, and these are all the reports in the dashboard. Okay, so this will tell you how many activities they have, how many are upcoming, how many are completed. So like this, based on each client, we will be building a different reports. And also the data, as we mentioned, like it should be similar to an DBMS concept. Okay. So here, instead of tables, we will have an objects. Okay. And instead of columns, we'll say it as in fields. Okay, so this is how it will be, like whatever the data you enter, it will store inside an object for each column. Okay. And always we can build our new fields in the Salesforce, and we can always update our. So currently if you log in here, you are seeing like a lot of tabs here. So this is also we can configure, and the reports you can see here. So this is also we can configure based on each client. So this is how it will look like the Salesforce. And so for learning the Salesforce, okay, like always, once you started the Salesforce to improve ongoing, this is how you need to access your trailhead, and based on whichever like technology you want to learn concepts, you need to just go ahead here and then you can start learning it, and you'll have lot of certifications you can do. So we'll just see like what is difference between an Salesforce admin and the Salesforce developer. So the Salesforce admins mainly they will maintains the users and the data of the client. Okay, whereas the developers they will be doing along with the administrator, they will be always doing a additional custom coding. Like they will be building some new application, new user interface. Okay, so this is all done by the developers using an Apex and LWC. Okay. So, as an administrator, they'll be using data loaders, workbench, okay, and whereas a developer, they will be using a developer console, Apex, LWC to write their customer code and then run it. And they mainly, administrator mainly need to know what's the business process and their user management, whereas the developer, they need to mainly know the programming. As we mentioned, they need to know the Java and SQL concepts. Administrator will use their own existing Salesforce functionalities, whereas developer they will be using the Apex and LWC as we mentioned, and then building a new customization, new user interfaces. So the administrator mainly they will be interacting daily with the end users, like we'll say them as a client, okay, and they will be providing any training on if there are any issues the client is facing, okay. So administrator is the responsible to resolve them. Whereas a developer they mainly involve with the technical person, like we said, business analyst. So they will involve with them, and they will get what are all the new requirements or any change in their requirements. They will just get the details and then implement it based on the client request. So administrator is kind of like they will be working directly with the clients. Okay. Whereas developers they will be working under a technical person, technical lead, or any business analyst. And for a Salesforce administrator, we have a Salesforce admin first certification, and then an advanced admin certification. After that, we need to do a Salesforce platform app builder. So, but whereas for a developer, the first one is like Salesforce platform developer one, and next is the Salesforce platform developer two. But as we mentioned initially, that for a Salesforce to start, you need to always be a Salesforce administrator. Okay, so once we certified only in the Salesforce administration, then only we can complete the concepts on the Salesforce developer, and then we can take up the Salesforce platform developer one. Without administrator certification, we cannot move to the developer directly. Okay, so that is the reason we will be focusing most mainly on the Salesforce administration training and also the certification training as part of this course. Thank you.